Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. You know the drill. We're back at it again with the r/entitled people Reddit stories. So let's just jump into it, shall we? Sat down on my friend's MacBook and broke it, offered to pay her the money for it, but now she wants more because she was upgrading anyway. So it's this, or she will sue me in small claims court. I had some of my friends over at my house, and one of my friends invited one of her other friends to come over. She had her MacBook on my couch when I sat on it and broke it. Since it was completely my fault, I offered to pay her the money for it, and she agreed. She got it 3 years ago, and it cost her $2,200 at the time. I told her that I'd wire the money to her bank account in a week. She's now emailed me saying that as per our conversation, she's expecting the $2,700 that I have agreed for. I didn't know why she added the extra money, so I got her number from my friend and called her to find out. She's telling me she's now expecting me to pay for her new upgraded MacBook since she was upgrading anyway. She said if I don't agree to do that, she'll be suing me in small claims court. Can a judge agree to that? Should I just wire her the $2,200 or should I just tell her to go sue me? Update: I did some research specifically for repairing the screen for the MacBook and for her particular model, and it's around $310 for the screen plus labor cost. So I wrote her back saying that since she didn't accept my initial offer of $2,200, I'm withdrawing that offer and offering to pay for the repair cost. She sent me an email calling me a bitch and that she's going to take me to court. I got served a few days later and went to court. I told the judge that I gave her 3 options to choose from. 1, either to write her a check for a brand new one, which was $2,200. 2, get her a refurbished one from Apple or a third party, or even used, which would be around $1,400, or 3, fix her current MacBook, since the screen is the only thing affected here, and it would cost around $300 plus money for labor. I printed out the email I sent her and the email she sent back refusing, demanding the $2,700, calling me a bitch, and saying we'll go to court, plus screenshots for the price quotes from different websites for a new/refurbished and the screen fix for her particular model, and gave it to the judge. I also told him that when I offered at the very beginning to just get her a new one from the Apple store, she said no. I want the money in cash. When I told her I'd give her $2,200 for a new one, she said okay, but then later came asking for $2,700 because she wanted to upgrade. I tried to show him how it's clearly visible that she's trying to take advantage of me. She gave the judge an attitude almost the whole time, which really pissed the judge off and helped my case, I guess. After listening to both of us, he ruled that I pay 50% of the repair cost since she negligently left her laptop on the couch. So I'll only be paying not more than $200 to $250 for the whole thing. If it weren't for you guys, I would have paid $2,200 instead of around $200. And I honestly loved the look on her face as we walked out. Great googly moogly. What a perfect play stupid games, win stupid prizes type of story. Absolutely glorious. I'm glad that OP's quote unquote friend showed their true colors because they do not deserve OP. OP is such a treasure. They took full responsibility for something that wasn't even entirely their fault and was willing to make it right within minutes, possibly seconds, then recognized that their goodwill was being taken advantage of and stood their ground. Such a satisfying outcome. You go, OP. My dog ate my neighbor's drone. Not sure what to do. Earlier today, my neighbor came pounding on my door screaming obscenities and shouting at me. When I finally got him to stop yelling, I found out that he was flying his drone in my backyard again, and this time, my dog finally managed to catch it and destroyed it. He claims this was a $900 drone, and I had to pay him right then and there. I refused and closed the door in his face. A couple hours later, police showed up to retrieve the drone. It was still in my yard, but my dog completely ignored it once it stopped buzzing and asked about the situation. They said that neighbor called them, stating that I refused him to access my yard to get it. That's not true. He never asked. I'm worried that my neighbor will try to press charges against me for destruction of property or sue me. Will he have any legal standing if this does go to court? He has a history of flying his drone low over my yard to tease my dog. I have asked him to stop several times, which he always refuses, telling me that I don't own the air above my yard. I've called the police to complain once before when he was doing flybys over my dog and getting very close to hitting him. The police didn't say he couldn't fly it in my yard, but did ask him to stop doing so in order to avoid conflict. That only seemed to egg him on. Update. A small update to my neighbor flying his drone in my backyard and attacking my dog. I was served a summons by a sheriff's deputy. Neighbor decided to take me to small claims court over his drone. My mill is a paralegal secretary, so I was able to get a free consultation with a lawyer where she works to ask some questions about what to bring and how to prepare. He seemed genuinely amused that my neighbor was even trying to sue. He also suggested that I counter-sue and how I could possibly add in more damages. He also told me that my neighbor and I technically live within 5 miles of an airport, and even though it doesn't have a tower, it technically still falls under FAA regulations. I called the hotline from Google and spoke to them about my neighbor's hobby of flying out of line of sight, flying several thousand feet in the air, flying near an airport, and made an inquiry into if he was registered to fly drones, saying he owned 2 very large drones. He already bought a new one. This one is almost 5 feet across. I don't know the weight of it, but it's definitely at least a few pounds. They took my information and have called me back once, so I know they're investigating, but I don't know anything else. Not sure if they'll tell me anything anyways. I brought both police reports to court, as well as several photos of my backyard, photos of our shared 8-foot-high privacy fence, medical bills for my dog, and a few short videos I had of him doing flybys over my dog in the past. His main argument to the judge was that I maliciously installed a table to allow my dog to jump high enough to catch his drone, which I somehow trained him to do. Which, yes, I had recently bought a new picnic table, but only so I have somewhere to sit and eat outside. I argued that his flying was causing my dog anxiety, and that's what provoked it. And thanks to y'all's advice, that my dog could have potentially died from ingesting part of the drone, or if the drone hit him. In the end, he now has to pay me just under $2,000 for various vet bills, x-rays, dental exams, sedation, medication, etc. He's also banned from flying over my property, and I installed trail cams front and back just in case. He seems pretty upset with me, so I wanted to be careful. The only thing that could make this better is if the FAA finds a reason to fine him or take away his drones. Okay, firstly, and most importantly, OP did pay the dog tax, and here is her sweet doggo named Nico. Good dog, Nico. You continue to take down those male Karens. And secondly, wow, some people really do never advance past the middle school bully stage of life. Sad. I hope the FAA finds that he's breaking some laws, and he also faces consequences from them. This was already so great, but that would make it even better. Of course, people like this never learn their lessons though, and they just sulk and play the victim, but at least you and I can relish in the beautiful karma that is graced upon these asshats. When people like this get karma, it always makes me feel better. But anyway, that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed these 2 entitled people stories. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!